Thank you. The member for Richmond.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. And I rise today to speak in support of the establishment of the Parliamentary Friends of Crime Stoppers. Earlier this week, I joined my fellow co-chairs, the member for Cowper and the member for Fowler, at the launch of this new Parliamentary Friends group. I'd like to acknowledge my co-chairs for their commitment to this really important bipartisan initiative. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank Mr Ian Stewart AO APM, Chair of Crime Stoppers Australia, along with the Crime Stoppers representatives from across the country who joined us at the launch. The creation of this new Parliamentary Friends Group represents a really important milestone in strengthening the partnership between Parliament, law enforcement agencies and the Australian community in our shared pursuit of safer communities. Community safety is something that's been very important to me throughout my entire career. Before entering Parliament, I served as a frontline police officer, and during that time I saw firsthand how vital information from the public can be in helping police investigate crime, prevent harm and protect our communities. Time and time again I witnessed investigations progress because an ordinary member of the public chose to come forward with information. Sometimes it was a seemingly small detail, sometimes it was information that helped identify an offender, locate a missing person, recover stolen property or prevent further harm from occurring. Those experiences reinforced a simple truth: community safety is strongest when communities and law enforcement work together. And one of the most effective tools we have in supporting law enforcement is community engagement. As Crime Stoppers Australia Chair Ian Stewart highlighted at the launch event, Crime Stoppers was built on the fundamental principle of empowering people to safely and anonymously share information that helps protect their local communities, families and friends. And today, Crime Stoppers has become one of Australia's most recognised and trusted community safety organisations. It serves as a unique bridge between the public and law enforcement, enabling information to reach the right authorities whilst protecting the anonymity of those who choose to come forward. And of course, the establishment of the Parliamentary Friends of Crime Stoppers provides an important opportunity for members and senators from across the political spectrum to strengthen awareness of community safety issues and better understand the important role that Crime Stoppers plays in helping police solve, prevent and disrupt crime across the nation. Community safety is not a partisan issue. It's something that affects every Australian. And the bipartisan nature of this Parliamentary Friends Group reflects a shared commitment to safer communities and stronger partnerships between the public, law enforcement agencies and government. At a time when criminal activity continues to evolve, from organised crime to cyber-related offences and scams, fostering stronger cooperation between communities and law enforcement has never been more important. The true value that Crime Stoppers delivers is absolutely significant. Its recently released Independent Economic and Social Impact report found that Crime Stoppers generates more than $216 million in value for Australia each year and returns more than $11 for every dollar invested. Now, that value is not theoretical. It reflects real-world outcomes that reduce harm, improve public safety and reduce pressure on policing, justice and community services. Perhaps even more importantly, the report found that almost 45,000 reports would not have been made without Crime Stoppers. That represents thousands of pieces of information that may otherwise just would not have reached authorities. The report also identified more than $131 million in avoided harm associated with illicit drugs, more than $50 million in avoided costs linked to reoffending, and more than $32 million in law enforcement efficiency gains. These are substantial benefits for governments, communities and taxpayers alike. They represent fewer victims of crime, fewer repeat offenders and safer neighbourhoods across our country. Significantly, the report found that Crime Stoppers contributes to almost 3,000 arrests nationally and supports the seizure of approximately $30 million worth of illicit drugs. Behind each of these outcomes is information provided by a member of the public who chose to act. And behind every statistic is a person who saw something, heard something or knew something and decided to do something about it. That decision can help prevent harm, protect a victim, disrupt criminal activity or support an investigation. I look forward to working constructively with colleagues from right across the Parliament alongside Crime Stoppers Australia and our law enforcement partners to support informed discussion on emerging crime trends, community safety challenges and the role that every Australian can play in making our communities safer. And of course, Deputy Speaker, the number for Crime Stoppers, 1800 333 000, or you can of course go online and if it's an emergency, always just call 000. I want to thank Crime Stoppers for their ongoing work and dedication, and I encourage all Australians to continue supporting this important organisation and its mission of creating safer communities through partnership, trust and community action.